Friday, April 18th. I'm Shirley Nellicat.
And I'm Tanya Rivero. Good to see you guys this morning. So happy to be here. Really fun. It was all ladies lineup.
Yes, love
How's
it.
it going out there?
Well, it's a little busy. We have that Long Island Railroad issue, so we'll talk about that.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least it feels like we're turning a corner.
It does.
It feels like we are, right? We are back to the 50s as we start next week, so we're not totally sailing off into the sunset.
Oh, so you're saying that the roller coaster continues?
Not time to put away the jackets just yet.
Manage expectations,
Okay.
but until Monday, we are all on the way up. It is going to feel really nice out there for your Friday. This morning, we're starting in the 50s in the city, but that is a little misleading because there's quite a range in temperature across the tri-state. Check out Morristown at the freezing mark. Somerville just 30 degrees, Sussex at 31. So our interior spots are feeling awfully chilly. Islip at 36. It's much different in the city at 51. In fact, it's cold enough to support some frost in some areas. We're talking out east, the east end of Long Island under frost advisory until 8 a.m. We see that in central and South Jersey as well. But on the satellite this morning, things are still clear. So as the sun rises in just over an hour, we will see a sunny start to the day before these high clouds begin to filter the sunshine for the second half of your Friday. Let's talk temperature. Yes, chilly in spots this morning, but our highs this afternoon are mild across the board, mid to upper 60s for most of the area. And if you think that's warm, wait until you see tomorrow. I'll have that number coming up. But Heather, what's going on with LA?
Wow, look at us. We have to wait for that number. Okay. Unfortunately, we have this problem with Long Island Railroad, the Ronkonkoma branch. Cancellations and delays possible. That earlier vehicle strike near Pine Lawn, they're still out there trying to fix this, so it's going to be single tracking this morning. We do have some video of that crash to show you, so you can see that there's a lot of debris that was on the roadway because of that, and that train that just hit that car, unfortunately. So again, a lot of cleanup that needs to be done with Long Island Railroad. A fire was out there as well. So let's head over here back to the maps, and we'll talk to you about Bridge Avenue and Point Pleasant, both ways between Beaver Dam Road and Rue Camden. That's a tractor-trailer crash, so all lanes are closed down as you go through that spot. This is how it looks on the New Jersey Turnpike right near Newark Airport. No major issues, but if you are flying out this morning for the weekend, for the holiday, you may want to get in touch with your carrier just to check in. Street cleaning rules are suspended. Shirlene, over to you.
All right, thanks so much, Heather. This morning
On a Friday. You know what I mean? Poor Shirlene gets home from work and she's still on duty this whole week. We'll make it through our Friday together. What a Friday we have ahead of us. This morning, temperatures, there's quite a range. We're at the freezing mark in Morristown, where we're in the low 50s in Central Park, 34 degrees in Newburgh, 41 in Bridgeport. But even if you're one of those spots that's starting chilly this morning, just give it a few hours. This afternoon looks spectacular. The sun rises in about an hour, and we will see sunny skies to start our Friday before high clouds filter that sunshine. But even with the clouds streaming in, it doesn't keep temperatures from warming. Our highs today are in the mid to upper 60s, and some of our interior spots will even hit 70. So milder than yesterday, beautiful with that mix of sun and clouds. And tomorrow is the warmest, not only of just the weekend, but of the week. We're talking highs in the low 80s. It is mostly cloudy with a few sprinkles tomorrow night. That helps to usher in slightly cooler conditions for Easter, but don't worry, Easter egg hunts will be just fine. Our high temperatures are still in the 60s on Easter. I'll have the full forecast for you coming up. Heather?
All right, Danny. It's
light years away.
That's right.
Within our universe, but we did have that discovery where several light years away, there's a planet that may have a lot of water on it, may have life. Who knows? But who knows? Still too far away for us to explore just yet.
I only know things about one planet.
Well, that's
this planet.
That's all we need to know right now.
Is that enough for you?
And you know what? That's all you need to know, my friend.
Oh, man. What a nice
And what
weekend.
you're telling us is really good information.
Lucky us. The warming trend takes us straight into our Saturday with a nice Easter Sunday on tap as well. Right now, 51 degrees. We're starting to see the first hints of daylight on this Friday morning. Yesterday's high ended up being 64, really close to the seasonal average, but today we'll beat it by a few degrees, so the milder conditions continue. The sun rises this morning at 6:12, so just under an hour. Now, it is mild in the city, but it is not mild everywhere else. Some of our suburbs this morning starting sub-freezing, like in Hanover and Bridgewater at 30 degrees, 31 in Franklin, Newark at 45, so quite the widespread and range in temperature this morning, 51 in the city. Checking out Long Island, Islip at 36 degrees right now, out east 48 in Montauk, 37 for White Plains, and sub-freezing of Poughkeepsie. But this is where we're heading this afternoon. Our highs today even milder than yesterday, landing in the mid to upper 60s near the coast and in the 70s for our interior spots. Zooming back into North Jersey, temperatures will top out in the low 70s in in Vernon at 71, West Milford at 70, Patterson today at 72, Madison and Bedminster could even hit 73, and check out Edison and Hillsborough in the mid-70s today. So very mild for our inland spots. We're closer to the coastline, and onshore wind will keep us a few degrees cooler. But satellites starting clear this morning, which means as the sun rises. Do want to mention the frost advisory until 8 a.m. in Central and South Jersey, Middlesex, Monmouth, Ocean, and Mercer, and the east end of Long Island. Again, that expires at 8 a.m. and just is indicative of the fact that it's chilly out there this morning. But high pressure still in control of the forecast, and we're just waiting for those high clouds to stream in for the second half of your Friday. So showing Futurecast here, a sunny start to our Friday morning, and yes, at times the sunshine will be filtered by high clouds this afternoon, but it still feels fantastic outside with our highs in the upper 60s and low 70s as a bit of a breeze picks up the second half of today. Clouds continue to increase into Saturday morning with a very mild start to the day tomorrow. 50s is what we'll wake up to, and if that's where we're starting, you know it ends up warm. Our highs tomorrow are in the 80s, more than 15 degrees above the seasonal average. It will be mostly cloudy with a few spot showers the second half of the day tomorrow, and that rain is associated with a front that knocks us a few degrees for Easter Sunday, but still really great conditions for the holiday weekend. The hour by hour today showing the sunshine to start, the high clouds streaming in today with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 60s. So it is going to be a mild one with warm conditions under a mostly cloudy sky overnight. Tomorrow's high well above normal in the low 80s, mostly cloudy and noticeably breezy, but still a great day to get outside. Even with that sprinkle chance in the evening, Easter Sunday, great. With that drop in temperature, it still keeps us above the seasonal average in the upper 60s. So no complaints for our holiday weekend forecast. Behind this, though, we do get a little chillier for Monday, so enjoy the 80s while we have them. Heather?
All right, Dani, unfortunately, we have some police activity at the George Washington Bridge as you go to the inbound side. It's right over here. The right lane is blocked off, not causing massive delays, but just something to think about if you are heading out this morning. Other than that, we're doing okay at the George. Long Island Railroad, delays and cancellations possible with an earlier crash. Alternate side of the street parking rules are suspended. We'll be back right after the break.
Auto show.
She is busy driving fancy, beautiful cars on this Friday morning. You know what? She deserves it. As we wake up to start our weekend, happy to report milder conditions ahead today, tomorrow. But this morning, it's not the case everywhere. 51 degrees in the city. That feels pretty good. But check out some of our suburbs. Sub-freezing in Morristown and Somerville. You need winter coats there this morning at 30 degrees, 31 for Poughkeepsie and Sussex. So quite the wide range in temperature from place to place. Out east, 48 degrees in Montauk, where ice slip is starting in the mid-30s. Cold enough to support some frost in the east end and central and south Jersey. Mercer, Monmouth, Ocean County, Middlesex County under that frost advisory until 8 a.m. That's when it expires in the east end as well. As we wake up, we'll see sunshine this morning, but high clouds will stream in today, and at times that'll filter the sunshine. But check that out. Gorgeous start to our Friday morning, and it just gets better and better. We beat yesterday's high temperature today by a few degrees. That means mid to upper 60s for the tri-state. Gorgeous start to the weekend with a breezy wind picking up this afternoon. But check out tomorrow. 80s. Yes, it'll be mostly cloudy and breezy, but highs in the low 80s mean a great day to get outside, even with a spot shower. That shower is a cold front that brings in slightly cooler conditions for Easter, but still fantastic for the holiday plans. Heather, how are the roads this morning?
All right, Dani, so
Now on our Friday morning, happy Friday. The sun's starting to rise, and we will see plenty of it this morning. But check out these temperatures, kind of all over the place, right? The city in the 50s, where we're at the freezing mark in Morristown, 34 in Newburgh, 37 in White Plains. Some spots even under a frost advisory this morning. That's the east end of Long Island and central and south Jersey. But don't worry, even if you're starting sub-freezing, temperatures this afternoon recover nicely. We're talking high temperatures even milder than yesterday. A sunny start to the day before high clouds stream in. At times that will filter the sunshine, but it doesn't keep us from warming. We're looking at highs today in the mid to upper 60s in the city, and some of our interior spots even hitting the 70s. The one thing to watch is the high pollen count. Oak, birch, and maple, something to watch for today. Weather wellness otherwise looks good. And then tomorrow, even warmer, 80s for your Saturday. We do cool off in time for Easter, but it doesn't impact plans. We'll have the full weekend forecast coming up. Heather?
excellent news. Here we go with the van.
Tomorrow, like literally almost like a summer day. Is that correct or no?
I have made a grave mistake, and that is not prepping a beach forecast graphic.
Oh, man.
Right? How humiliating.
Beach umbrella, the beach ball.
Yes. So just imagine the beach forecast. But temperatures tomorrow really could support a beach day. Now, the water temperature is still quite chilly.
Yeah.
But on the sand, I mean, you're all good when our highs are in the 80s for our Saturday. It's a little on the cloudy side tomorrow as well. But temperatures will have you thinking the beach for sure. And even temperatures this afternoon have you thinking outdoor plans. We have a great forecast for our Good Friday. 51 degrees right now and with a clear sky as the sun begins to rise. Forecast high of 67. That should be yesterday's high of 64 by a few degrees. Sunrise at 6:12, so we've got a half an hour to go or so. Temperatures this morning in the 5 boroughs in the 40s and 50s. We're waking up to 46 in Gravesend and Coney Island, upper 30s on Staten Island and New Dorp. Milder in the East Village and Jackson Heights, each at 51. Up in the Bronx, we're at 44. But not everywhere is feeling mild. Our suburbs this morning are chilly. Check out check out Andover at 33 degrees, 37 for White Plains, 36 for Islip, down the shore, Belmar starting at 44. And we are seeing some spots sub-freezing this morning, like in Poughkeepsie at 31 degrees. So it is a colder start in our suburbs, but don't worry, comfortable across the board heading into this afternoon with our highs in the upper 60s and low 70s. Our coastal communities, especially our south-facing shores, will be a little cooler with wind coming right off the water. That's why Rockaway Point is only at 58 degrees today, a high of 63 for Seagate, Seaside at 57. So some of our beaches in the city will stay cooler today, but as we move into tomorrow, we warm up across the board. As you move for our interior areas, that's where we're really seeing the warmth today, with some of our New Jersey suburbs hitting the 70s. So it is a milder afternoon ahead, but do want to touch quickly on the frost advisory. Out east, the east end of Long Island under a frost advisory until 8 a.m. That's what we're seeing in central and south Jersey today as well. But in general, a sunny start to our Friday morning before some high clouds slide in this afternoon. But even with the filtered sunshine, doesn't keep temperatures from warming. We're looking at highs in the upper 60s, low 70s today, touch above the seasonal average. Just beautiful as we close out the work week. We are going to feel that breezy wind pick up just a touch this afternoon, but not gusty enough to keep you inside. Now, clouds thicken up overnight tomorrow morning, which means a mostly cloudy start to our Saturday. But check out how mild it is tomorrow morning. We start in the 50s and 60s, and if that's our low, you know the high is going to be comfortable. We're looking at highs in the 80s tomorrow under a mostly cloudy sky. It is a bit on the breezy side, but still warm enough to get outside and enjoy it before those showers swing through tomorrow night. It's hit or miss. Not everyone sees the rain, but that's associated with a cold front that knocks highs back to the upper 60s by Easter Sunday, but even that is above normal. So great holiday weekend forecast ahead, and that starts today. Beautiful conditions as our highs make their way to the mid to upper 60s. A little cooler for south-facing shores, but so comfortable across the board. Tonight, mostly cloudy and very mild, and tomorrow, the warmest of the weekend with that high of 81 under a mostly cloudy sky. I mentioned the cool down coming for Easter Sunday. It does drop us back to the upper 60s, but still, Easter egg hunts are a go. Mix of sun and clouds, upper 60s for Sunday. We'll drop back to the 50s on Monday. Heather?
All right, Dani. So for those who are commuting along the Garden State Parkway, may not be going down to the shore right now, but the southbound side right near the Essex tolls, you do have a crash. So do use some caution. Crews are out there getting that cleared away. Inbound George Washington Bridge, no major issues to report. You can also see that the outbound side has no major problems. And just look at how nicely it's moving right across that span, getting right over into the Bronx. Lincoln Tunnel, if you want to choose that, look at that coming down the Helix, getting into the tolls, no major problems there. And we do have alternate side of the street parking rules suspended, but the metered rules are in effect. Tanya and Charlene, back to you.
All right. Thanks so much, Heather.